Trooper Matthew Wilson with the Montana Highway Patrol has been named Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by the Helena Exchange Club. Trooper Wilson is recognized for his exceptional dedication, professionalism, and service to the Helena community. The annual award is part of the Exchange Club's ongoing mission to honor local heroes who make significant contributions to the safety and well-being of our community. Trooper Wilson has been with MHP for 5 years and has demonstrated outstanding commitment to public safety.
I'm just very fortunate to work in this community. The Lewis and Clark County community and the state of Montana itself is really an excellent place to be a law enforcement officer, and I couldn't be more blessed to do the work that I do.
Trooper Wilson received a check for $1,000. $500 will be given to the agency and the other $500 to the Mason Moore Foundation as his charity of choice. President Trump has signed legislation to release Jeffrey Epstein's files and is now directing New York's Attorney General to investigate Democrats connected to the case. But will this investigation complicate the file release? Scripps News Group correspondent Alex Miller examines the scope and the probe and potential legal loopholes that could keep some documents sealed.
President Trump has signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law, meaning the Department of Justice has 30 days to turn over all files relating to the investigation of both Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. But it might not be smooth sailing to get all of the information. The law, passing almost unanimously in Congress, directs the DOJ to make troves of documents available. Documents like internal DOJ communications, flight logs and travel records, information on Epstein's detention and death, and names of anyone referenced in connection with Epstein's criminal activities. But there are a host of loopholes that could stop the public from being able to see some of these documents completely. The bill specifically redacts personally identifiable information of victims and graphic imagery like child sexual abuse and physical abuse. Anything related to national security will also be blacked out. The major concern here, a clause that allows the withholding of documents that would jeopardize an active federal investigation or ongoing prosecution. Attorney General Pam Bondi said earlier this year the DOJ was effectively closing the investigation. But last Friday, President Trump directed her to investigate former President Bill Clinton, other men, and institutions like J.P. Morgan Chase. Wednesday, Bondi said new information prompted her to open new investigations. Former prosecutor and now criminal defense attorney Jeremy Saland says that doesn't cover every single document. He says the DOJ could turn over any files not relating to the named men or companies specifically.
Yes, if a particular Democrat or Republican is being investigated and you have direct or collateral evidence or circumstantial, maybe that gets taken back and that gets held back or redacted, but not the wholesale entirety of what is in that file.
The bill does require the DOJ to justify any redactions publicly in writing. Bondi assigned Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton, a former SEC chairman appointed by Trump who has never been a prosecutor. He replaced acting U.S. Attorney Danielle Sassoon, who resigned after refusing to drop the charges against Mayor Eric Adams at the DOJ's demand. Alex Miller, Scripps News Group, New York.